Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. Today we have a cook with me video. I'm going to be sharing with you some dinners of the week, some mealtime inspiration. All the dinners I'm going to be sharing with you are a keto style or low carb style meals, so just bear that in mind, and also just know that this isn't what my kids are having for dinner. This is just purely for Matt and I typically cook them something completely different. Meal times here in our house are kind of crazy. I don't know what it's like where you guys are. I have 2 young children, so sometimes it's kind of like feeding time at the zoo, so bear with me while we get through today's recipes. The first recipe that I'm going to be sharing with you is a Thai satay chicken. This absolutely blew my mind. I was so shocked at how delicious this actually tasted. So I'm going to go through some steps with you. I will have all the recipes for the meals linked down below. They're not my recipes. I am going to be sharing them from either YouTubers or blogs. So I'll have their pages linked down below so you can go check out the recipes. To start off with, I cooked my broccoli in the frying pan. I know some people like to steam it, some people like to boil it. Personally, for me, I like my broccoli to be a little bit crunchy and also a little bit salty. So I tend to fry it off with a little bit of butter, olive oil, and salt. And then I'll just put the lid on the pan and kind of let it steam up just a little bit, just to get a little bit softer. But ideally, I like to have it crunchy. So I started off by cooking my broccoli. And then for the meat part, we chose chicken thigh fillets. Honestly, you could use whatever you like, whatever you've got on hand. Prawns would taste good if you eat seafood. I don't eat seafood, but prawns would taste good with it, I assume. Beef would taste good with it, pork would taste good with it, kind of whatever you've got on hand. The star of this dish though is definitely the sauce. This particular sauce, you could literally do anything with it. If you were just having a steak and some broccoli, you could put it on that. It's so versatile. You can use it at a barbecue, wherever you like. It is very low carb. Let's jump on into the ingredients first. So to start off with, you'll just need some coconut milk. This was the one with the lowest carbs that I found on the shelf. You'll also need some liquid stevia. You'll also need some red curry paste. This was the one that I found with the lowest carbs, and I just found this at my local Asian grocer. They don't sell it at Coles and Woolworths that I know of. You'll also need some peanut butter and some limes. One thing I will note with this recipe is that particular curry paste has a big kick to it. I put the full amount of red curry paste in, not thinking about it, and it did have quite a kick. Personally, I would start off with about 2 tablespoons and then work my way up based on your preference for heat. So that is probably one tip I would give you. To serve the dish, I just put my broccoli in the bowl, topped with my chicken and then the sauce, and then to garnish it, I just put some extra coriander on top and some lime wedges and some crushed peanuts. Honestly, it is so delicious and so easy to make. You guys will love it. Definitely try it out. Let me know what you guys think. Tonight's dinner is going to be a bunless burger. So we're gonna have hamburgers tonight. I did cheat a little bit. I went to the supermarket today and I got some packet mix seasoning. It's not very good. It's got 3.9 grams of carbs per serve, but this is our favorite one that we get. And I was feeling a little bit lazy tonight. Typically, I would make it myself though, if I could, to cut out the carbs. It does have some wheat flour, rice flour, and soy flour in there. So not the greatest, but it does taste good. Over here we have our beef burgers. I've just pre-made them. I've got 2 slightly larger ones and 2 smaller ones. So Matt will have the bigger ones and I'll have the smaller ones. Like I said, I used the beef burger seasoning from Maggi to season the burgers. We have some cheese here. This is the American cheese from Costco. It comes in a giant pack. I always split it up and freeze it. I just pulled 1 packet out of the freezer. Now, just for dinner tonight, we have some streaky bacon to go on there, a couple of eggs. We have some lettuce for the buns. So I'm just gonna wrap the burgers up in lettuce tonight. We've got some avocado, onion, tomato, and cucumber. So tonight's dinner is a pretty quick and easy one. I'm about to cook. Are you okay? I'm about to cook all this meat, put them together. That honestly take about 5 minutes to make, and then we can get the little ones to bed. Okay, so this one is pretty self-explanatory. I just fried all the things that I needed to do on my pan on the stovetop. I've got some eggs, some bacon, and the patties that we previously made. And then to assemble the burger, I just laid out my lettuce leaves and put everything in there that I was going to put in there and topped with some mayonnaise. Honestly, super, super easy. We absolutely love this dish. Very low in carb and just such a fun thing to have, especially coming into spring and summer.
We are having beef and broccoli.
Are you excited?
Yum, yum.
All right, I'm gonna show you guys how I make it, but I will have the video of the recipe linked down below. It's not my recipe, it is from a YouTube channel, Low Carb Love. Okay, so this here is the marinade that I've made for my beef. I am gonna pour this on after the beef is cooked, but I'll show you real quick what is in there. There's just some stevia. I've got some chili flakes. You can put as many as you like. If you like it hotter, then put more in there, but you can leave it out too if you don't like spice. I've got some molasses, some low sodium soy sauce. Make sure you get the low sodium one. We made the mistake of not having that the first time we made it, and it was so strong, but this one makes it taste really, really good. I've got some minced ginger, some garlic, and then also some xanthan gum. Is that even how you say that? I don't even know. So that is what is in the marinade. I've just got some casserole steak here that I'm going to chop up really, really fine. And then over here I've got some broccoli. This step is optional, but I find that it just makes the marinade stick to the meat really, really well. And that is a couple of tablespoons of corn flour with water. If you just mix that up, I'll show you guys in just a second. If you just mix that up and put it over the steak after you've chopped it up, it helps everything coat and stick to it, and the sauce stick to the beef. Also, another thing I'll point out that I did a bit differently, I cooked my broccoli separate to my steak, and then I have it separate. I feel like it's a little bit too much if you mix it all together in the same pot, but each their own. That's just how I do it. Like I said, I'll have the recipe linked down below for you. You can go check out Myra's video. Okay, this is the corn flour mixture that I was telling you about before. 1 part corn flour, 1 part water, so just equal parts, and you just mix it up until it becomes a nice sort of thick consistency. I'm just going to pour it over the beef. Like I said before, it just helps the marinade stick to it a little bit later on. You guys will see. So again, with this dish, I just pan fried my broccoli. Like I said before, that's how I prefer it. You can cook it however you like. So once it's pan fried, then I go ahead and cook up the beef and then put the sauce on top. Honestly, this is one of the most easiest dishes to make. It is very quick to assemble and super delicious. Everybody in the house likes it. Depending on your liking of spices is how much chili flakes you put in. I like mine to have a bit of a kick to it, but like I said, it depends on your preferences. Honestly, one of the most easiest dishes that we make, and this is one that we have every single week. It is so delicious. And then to finish off today, we're going to be making a Vietnamese roast pork salad. I don't know if you guys like the roast pork rolls at the Vietnamese shops or the rice noodle salads. They're literally my favorite food to eat. I love them so much. So when I was looking for fun recipes to make, I had to try and find a Vietnamese meal to go in with the mix. And this one is just divine. You guys will love it. And I actually found the recipe for this sauce online, so I'll link it down below. I have to find it again. I'm not sure where I got it from, but I'll have it linked down below for you. It's super easy to make. The salad base of it is just some lettuce and cucumber, and then we put the roast pork on top, topped with whatever dressings you like. You could put some coriander on there, some crushed peanuts, some extra chili depending on your liking, and yeah, it's super easy to make. Okay, now that the sauce is done, I'm going to start with the pork. Now, typically I would, Jake is following Sam around. Typically I would pull this out of the fridge many hours before I'm about to cook it and let it warm up to room temperature and let the crackling dry out. But I do not have the luxury of time tonight, so I've just dried it out as much as I can with paper towel. So hopefully the crackling still works. I'm going to salt it up now. I did preheat my air fryer to 200 degrees Celsius. I don't know if that's necessary or not. Google says that it is, so that's what I do. Seems to work well for me. So I'm going to wait for that to finish preheating, salt this up, get it in. I think typically I'll put it on for about half an hour at 200 degrees and then drop it down for about 20-25 minutes, depending on how big the piece of meat is, at 160 degrees. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you got some inspiration for your meals. Like I said, all the recipes will be linked down below for you. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these types of videos. I tend to try and put 1 or 2 new recipes in a week, so I could probably get one out every month for you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we will see you guys in our next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.